All right. So what we are doing today is going over a few tickers on the setup. Also watching the PGA Championship playoff right now. Justin Thomas, Bella Torres. Um, but it looks like Justin Thomas is going to win. So, but basically, what I wanted to do today was just kind of go over what I'm looking at in terms of as the week starts and how I am setting up because my thought process is a little bit different um, in terms of how I set up the fibs and how I play the Golden Goose versus the guys over at King Capital. Even though it's the same concept, it's their strategy. I just tweak it to try and make it a little bit more I guess more alerts or more opportunity on the intraday level, if that makes sense. So I guess the first thing that I'll do is I guess talk about my setup in terms of trading view. So the first thing that I'm doing at no, Yuri's like Yuri's bitching at me. But so I said I was gonna having a scotch, in case anyone's curious. To the trading view setup. So the indicators that I use are um, Trading Wars, Golden Indicator, which are these yellow lines here. I have the EMAs and VWAP, so I use the 9 to 21, the 50, the 200, and VWAP. So you see that here, white is VWAP. Hold on. Nice chains. It's chains, multiple chains. It's multiple chains. Get it right. Two chains. And Justin Thomas just won the PGA Championship. So going back to this, EMAs. I then have buying selling volume here on the bottom. Also, if anyone's in here that wants to, aka Yuri, ask questions, I'm in Degen voice. Um, and then, so this is also MACD down here. And what the MACD is basically showing me is more of a confirmation, which is, when a trend in reversal could possibly happen. Basically what these say is this is long and this is take profit. So when these EMAs are crossing, that's what it shows you. And then this down here, I just started using this one, which is a little unique. This is the combination of RSI, money flow index, and then an inverse Fisher, which shows a few different things, and it combines all that into here, it being overbought and oversold. So yeah, and when I am starting kind of the looking at it on a, I guess, bigger scale, and I'm going into the actual day in the week, we'll start on Tesla. This is what I've been using. So I usually start on the hour time frame, and what's been working for me has been going to the most recent extreme move that shares a common point of origin and using the previous, high and then the next high following that. So see, the 680 range is that big extreme that shows, obviously this big drop down. So I use that and this 680 as an origin. It's, been pretty accurate. And then I obviously use this second fib as this one right here, going from the 680 to the 790 range. And this has been pretty accurate throughout going through playing Tesla this past few weeks. You'll see that the fibs, have been pretty steadily holding and have been extremely high levels of either resistance or support throughout this whole process in these last couple weeks, especially this last week. So I do like to have and keep a few different, I would say, fib setups to kind of go back and look at and kind of back test, essentially. So this has been working. It has gone really well, but I haven't had or tested new fibs since there is now like a new low and a new extreme move or whatever it might be. So I'm gonna try a few other things, and this is kind of what my thought process is as I'm going through this and starting the week. So this is where I put, my 680 origin. And now this is going to be a new one where I'll keep the 680, but I'll go to this next high. And then I'm going to go to the next low, which was down here. But I may even put it even lower to this low. And what I would do is now go in and kind of mess around with this and see what this looks like throughout this week and last week, and if it respects these lines and kind of what the support and resistance was like in some of these areas, because this is still a pretty new strategy in terms of how the fibs are placed and what I'm doing versus the intraday side of things. So this is still like a learning process for me, honestly. But I'm trying to go about it as kind of easily that makes the most sense on this side of things. So I'm trying a bunch of different things to see what works best. So, extreme high from this origin going over down then to the next swing low. But then I'm looking at some other things. So then I'm looking at what the most extreme move was that's closest. So is this potentially this move here and then this move down here, which this is what, the 674 or 764? And, this shows some pretty good areas of reference. It is a lot of consolidation in terms of the fib levels, but that's part of it in terms of trying to make it a little bit more intraday. That's my goal of this, is being able to give you more opportunities on the intraday so that you are able to trade a little bit more, because there are a ton of rules for the Golden Goose that make it can be restrictive. in terms of how you're following it. Like the A plus setup that the Kane guys and Coach Dipka use are absolutely incredible. But I trade on a few different other principles that they have in terms of the intraday side of things. So again, I'm testing out a bunch of different things. More likely going to the hourly and seeing what the biggest and newest extreme move is. So I'll literally just mess around with it. So we'll go here and yeah, I don't even know. Let's see. Let's mess around. And the reason I'm flipping it and the fibs, one, I know that depending on uptrend, downtrend, you start and drag your fibs a different way. Whatever. It's the same math on either side. I use the extend the fibs from 2 to -2 to make sure that it's covering more field on either side in a bigger range so that I can play those kind of golden pockets and use as one price targets, but two big areas of either resistance or support, and then also big areas of reversal or continuation. And if you're not bullet, please grab a glass. So I'm trying this out because I think this was the most recent big move. You know, obviously, this past Friday was, and this past week was just a downtrend all around, but I think this is the most recent big move. And when I'm looking at this on a smaller time frame, these areas do hold pretty well. It is a little off. But these other ones were like the original ones were just very, very accurate in terms of support, resistance, key areas of influence. I mean, these were just insanely, insanely accurate. But the, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does. So, Edward, that's a good question. So, what I've been doing is I've been coming in every Sunday night and kind of messing around and having different groups of bibs to see which is going to kind of respect the levels. I also keep extended hours off because the intraday levels and regular trading hour levels are the ones that they support a little bit more. But because the way that I am doing it in the fib side of things being a little bit different than what the other guys is, it's a little bit still of like a hypothesis. And so what I did last time when there was a new high or a new low for my previous fibs, that's when I changed it. And so I'm going to try and continue that to see if that's legitimate. So I have been doing that, but at the same time, I don't know if that's going to be the right move or not. And so I have also been using like sharing a same point of origin also. So I could, instead of doing this and sharing this same point, I could take this fib and start this up here, but then also use this one and do this. And maybe this is a better move than having the connected piece of origin. See, like this. See, this is interesting because, like, I don't even know if I would put this up here. I would almost put it here because this is the start of the move. And this is the end of that move. Up. But as you can see, like this is like my thought process. It's not a perfect science yet. And I'm still obviously working things out to see what the best way, what the time frame should be, everything, so it's still a work in progress. This has been working though. I just don't know if that's the right move. Like, I don't know if you would consider this the end of the move up here for the swing high, or what the origin is. It's only 1 hour. Yeah, you'd almost bring that there. So this is interesting to me right here. This one. And okay. And I'm gonna show you some of the trades that I actually made last week so that we can get an idea of like what I was actually looking at. Um, right, so this was two different origins. This was what, 733 and 786. Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting week. And so Monday and Tuesday, I don't know how much I'm going to actually trade Tesla, because I like to test out and see what the actual movement and respective levels kind of thing it is. So we'll see. Still, I do like the original one. I don't know. I got to mess around with it a little bit more. But so there were a few different situations where essentially, move this up a little bit. A few different situations where I was looking at a lot of the candlestick movement in the 5-minute and 15-minute time frame. And what that was doing was you were able to see a little bit more of the intention or directional psychology of the movement. So, for example, right here you saw a huge dip Okay, yeah, we'll chart up SPY. So, that's an old one. An old one too. All right, so we're gonna start from scratch. So this is a little bit different. So if I go to the hour 30-minute, I'm starting here and using this as like a common point of origin around this 408. And I'm also going back and I'm looking at other levels. My biggest piece of advice is, because this is not a science, this is still a work in progress, is to back test. So when I'm seeing like a lot of consolidation in these areas here, obviously I started the initial ways that I trade was supply and demand zones. So, consolidation before and after a big move, obviously going to be supply and demand zone, whatever, but also then seeing consolidation and support and resistance in some of these areas where you'll see here, even previously, a few weeks back, you're going to see these areas. And if they are on these near fib lines, they're not going to be exact. They can be pretty fucking close, but not exact. Then that's definitely a good sign. And what I've been also seeing too, since I've been using this new indicator here on the bottom, is that it combines three different things to basically indicate overbought or oversold. And when I'm seeing this in come to an area that's overbought or oversold, and it's near a fib line, and depending on the type of action, price action that's happening on the volume, MACD, type of candles that you're seeing, chart out. No, that's a great point. So the pre-market highs and lows and previous day highs and lows are, I call, major key levels. And so when I am doing that, when I'm setting up the fibs, I keep, what's the Willy? I don't know what the Willy is. But when I'm marking out the fibs, I'm keeping off the extended hour trading hours, because during trading hours it respects those levels that aren't in extended hours. But then I will mark and go to extended trading hours. I will mark the previous and overnight highs and lows and the previous day highs and lows. So I will mark that. Obviously mark this since this is a new low. Oh no, I haven't seen the Willy indicator. And then I'll mark the overnight high and low as well. So like obviously tomorrow morning I'll see what this is, but and then I'll just mark it overnight high. We'll say yesterday high. And then I'll play off that as well. Because those do definitely represent key levels in terms of support or resistance, and I've seen it a lot lately too. Uh, that was a great question because I do definitely rely on those, and what I've noticed, yeah, I have those off during charting the initial fibs as the kind of the key or initial levels, and then I'll mark those other key levels, pre-market high, pre-market low, you know, yesterday's high and low. I'll mark those as well, and then I will turn off the extended hours after that. But I'll definitely have those because, especially, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday last week, where the overnight high and low was tested and tapped like multiple times before it went through. It might have been here a few days ago, but the pre-market highs and lows, those other key levels, definitely have had an impact for sure, and have shown up as important levels to have as either support or resistance, and then turn support and resistance. Um, and one thing I've also noticed too is that when I have my fibs on, I have the yellow fibs here, or the yellow lines on the fibs, because those are like that golden pocket areas of between the 0.5 and 0.618, and essentially what those are, big areas that I've seen, big areas of either reversal or continuation. So these are obviously new fibs, but Tesla's previous fibs held the 0.5 and 0.618 very, very long, and tested it quite a few times. And then once it got enough volume and support in that area, it had a very, very quick move after that. So at least I've noticed that after that initial move, either past the golden pocket area, it's made a quick move. Like you can see here, like this trade was 7 minutes on Tesla, and it happened very, very quickly after the initial move past this area. Bear flag formed, and then once this volume candle came in, got right into it. Once that candle comes in, and the volume and that pattern, those are things that like you can't miss. So, Yuri, that's like, I got into a fight with someone on Twitter. Not a fight, but I kept going back and forth with this guy on Twitter, because he was telling me that I was drawing my fibs wrong. Like, one, I know I'm drawing my fibs wrong, but at the same time, depending on the downtrend and the uptrend, like I know during a downtrend you go down to up, in an uptrend you go up to down. Like, yes, but the math in each level is essentially the same. Like each side of it is the same, which is why I go to 2 to -2. Yes, I know it is. So, like, like, yeah. two through six. What is it? 0, 2, 3, 6, 5, 6, 1, 8, 7, 8, 6. Like that's all pretty similar, or are the same mathematical areas on both sides. So that's why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's mattered. I've done both. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Let me So this started down here and went up. And that started up there and went down. Yeah, I don't know. And but this, yeah, they're just inverses. Yes, I am. Really just using the fibs as like guides and key levels of support and resistance, and focusing more on the I really focus more on the areas where there are crossover fibs and the golden pocket areas. Those are areas where I've seen more consolidation and support and resistance than any other areas. Outside of that, I've seen more or bigger moves than a big up and down. Like I've seen more consolidation in these areas where there is either crossover or the golden pockets, which is then also why I have continuation and extended fibs to 2 and -2 on both sides. Exactly. And so that's why like I've been using, and with this, the goose strategy, the golden goose strategy, it is a pretty like it is a simple concept overall to grasp, because it is adding a few different things.
Yeah, Keanu. Yeah. Yeah.
So the golden goose strategy overall is a pretty simple concept to grasp, but the thing that I've enjoyed it so much, and why I've enjoyed it so much, is the fact that it is that, like Keanu was saying, another level of conviction and confirmation throughout the whole thing, and it shows. It shows one, key levels. It could show support and resistance. It could show supply and demand, and it can show a few other areas. Which is why I don't only use it on this, but I'd rather play off of key levels and anticipating a potential move, and then getting other areas of confluence versus thinking, oh, it might happen in this area. And when you're seeing these days or these moves come out, especially near or at fib lines, like this area right here, it literally just fought this entire time, this level. And when I'm seeing that, I'm like, okay, like we have something here. So we're either going to get a reversal or we're getting a continuation. And when this finally happens, here you're getting one, MACD turns, you're getting volume, you're getting, you know, a few other areas. It's going like you can take a trade there. Like that's a good area to take a trade. And the good thing about the goose too is that it gives you other areas of like price targets. So you know when to get out or not to get greedy. It gives you areas that you can be like, okay, once it hits this, get out. And then, once if you hit below this a certain point, whatever it is, whether it's 20% or 10% or whatever it may be, you can have those rules because you can see what's going on. And like a perfect example is actually Friday morning. This candle right here, the first candle of the day, told me everything that I needed to do and know about the actual day because one, huge volume, candle started green, went from red to green and got eaten the fuck up off of a golden pocket, and I got puts right away. I called that out, and I did not hold or leave a runner, and I missed out on some buco bucks, but a win's a win in my book. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about the psychology of the candlesticks as they're going throughout the 5 and 15 minute. But yeah, that's all I got on my side of things. Again, I'm gonna continue to mess around with fib lines and different sets. Like you'll see over here, I have a few different sets that I'm gonna keep testing out, especially throughout the week and Monday and Tuesday, because it's gonna be different with the new low. I don't know what the best strategy is, whether to keep these fibs or play off new lows and play off of new fibs. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I know futures started green, so we'll see. We'll see. If you haven't, Golden Pocket. Golden Pocket is so when you read up on Fibonacci's code and sequence, essentially what it is it's just a mathematical equation that basically represents the psychology of humans and traders. And so, but the most common things that end up you're looking at the daily. You're looking at daily like SPY. Yeah. So, but basically, Edward, the golden pocket is the area between 0.5 and 0.618, which is the most common number that shows up in Fibonacci's equation, which just represents psychology of humans in general. So that's why it's the golden pocket, because it represents a big area of support or resistance, of reversal or continuation, and things like that. 0.5 and 0.618. Lily, shut up. So yeah, it's the area between these key lines down here. But okay, so for SPY, my dog does not hate the golden pocket. Golden pocket's paying for my dog's food. So the daily on SPY. Yeah, this will be interesting. I think we definitely get a 0.5 to 0.618. Yeah, the thing on SPY right now is that I've gotten this 0.5 to 0.618. But so SPY will be interesting because one, it's had lowering volume, lowering price, and then it had lowering volume, rising price, and then obviously got yes, definitely join. It's discord.gg/Keanu Trades, or it's in my bio in the video. Also, links on the website. Go check out the website, degendaytrader.com. It's fire. What's Google? I don't know what you're talking about. Google says different. But so tomorrow we'll tell a lot about Spy in terms of the actual movement. Yeah, so it'll say, yeah, tomorrow will be very interesting. Like we could see, yeah, we could see a major move up or down on Spy depending on what happens. The one thing I will say is that Spy did get on the daily major buying volume comparatively, and it's extremely oversold. All right, Yuri. Well, you know what? My golden pocket for the golden goose is 0.5 to 0.618. Uh, Snap. Oh, yeah. Do you think we bounce up from that 380? Honestly, yeah, I do think we do. We need to get above 390. If we get above 390, I think we hit. I think we have another move up. Yeah, yeah, whatever works. It's also whatever I do and need to convince myself that the trade I'm making is work has worked for me. But I think we do have another move up before we have the next big move down. I don't know when that's going to be. We could see a lot of choppiness, but I think we're finally getting to the point of there's going to be a big move at some point. I think we have a little retrace back up, maybe to 4, and then doomsday. On a 3-year weekly. Love that. Love that. You had the 2800 play on Friday. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Yeah, yesterday's high or Friday's high. Exactly. We might go up, we might go down, we might go sideways. You know, you got to play what's given to you. I gave you those plays. All right. Yeah, that's all I got right now. Had a long Sunday. Gonna go have another scotch and have dinner with the boss. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Go check out degendaytrader.com. Like the video, share the video, like, subscribe, comment. I don't know. What does everyone say? Oh, and go get merch. I got a few pieces of merch coming in this week of the Degen Day Trader logo. Looking very forward to it. I'll tell you that. Do I use the indicator? Yes. I'm still working on it a little bit with Troy, but yeah, have definitely been using it. Still working on a few things, but it definitely has been working. It has right now over a 70% win rate. So we're still working on a few things for the indicator. It is available for sure. This is a little bit more on steroids, but yeah, DDT gold. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how Troy does it. The guy talk about a degen. Um it literally guy fucks. But yeah, these are all I wish there was a goose. But you'll see like some of these look win, 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 no win, win, no win, win, no win, one win, 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 no win, win. Yes. So there is an auto um there's auto fib retracement and extension. The thing about it is that so if you put it for the last month, the timing isn't like the last 30 days. It's like just the month of May. So May 1st to May 22nd. It's not like the last 30 days. And they do have auto fib scripts on TradingView. It's literally just auto fib retracement and extension. And this gives you daily fibs followed by weekly. The thing with the Goose with me has been more so figuring out the way the fibs work and like the way that it goes from a previous high to a previous low. Like you can't pick and give the TradingView indicator, I want the high to low or the most recent high to low in the last 30 days. It doesn't have that capability. So that's one of the things that we're trying to continue to work on. So no, it doesn't. Does it really? Please tell me it does. Yeah, don't threaten me with a good time. Uh, all right, that's all I got. I'm going to go pass out. Good evening. And yeah, go Everyone go to Keanu Trades Discord. His link is in my bio and about. I gotta follow the terms and conditions, the T's and C's here. Dodge. No messing around. Just wait till I start putting on like these bad boys for the summer. Just big ass chains. Just wait. I'm gonna start doing streams down by the pool. I'm gonna start doing streams by the pool while I'm trading. Love you guys. Dodge, Keanu, Yuri, Edward, everyone in here. Appreciate you guys. Go check out Keanu Trades and Dodge Discord. Link is in the About Me on the YouTube. It's literally right there, Keanu Trades on Discord. You can find it on his Twitter. Everything is there. Definitely follow it. Awesome community. Join us. What else we got? Bottom. 2 chain? Yes. I have 2 chains here. And I have 2 chains here. These are more fuck around chains to be a Jersey fuckboy. These are more sentimental. I gotta live up to the Jersey stereotype, you know? I done. You talking to me? With the scotch and everything. Alright, yeah. We'll start this up tomorrow. Or back up tomorrow night. We'll do a review of shit. Of how the day went overall. But we've been having definitely a few good weeks. So wave 4 shenanigans. Always wave 4 shenanigans. Inside a wave C. And just dirt. Yeah. Went there. Don't forget. Apple a day. Apple a day. Fuck me. Yeah, we banged flat out. Seriously. I've made $4,500 this month already. 3 weeks ago, I was 3 digits in the port. Legit. Can show you. Have receipts. Have receipts. Yuri definitely has receipts of those. We had some tough nights. Better believe it. Dodge, it was bullet tonight. Didn't pull out the Woodford Reserve. Had the bullet going for Sunday night nightcap. But yeah, everyone, appreciate you guys. It's bank tomorrow. I know calls are fun, but puts pay. Puts pay. Oh, we banking now. Fucking right, boy. Alright, guys. Have a good one. Have a good Sunday night. Sleep when you're dead. Keep grinding. What I got all this shit. I got all these Michael Jordan emotion or Michael Jordan quotes, motivational quotes above me up here. You must expect great things of yourself before you do them. There you go. Or some people want it to happen, some people wish it would happen, others make it happen. Let's fucking go. Let's have a day. Yo, Keanu, I'm literally sponsored by Amazon. This is what happens when you're a generic medium in everything. And yeah, highly recommend this tank top. Pretty fire. Group buy. I'm gonna add them on the Degen Day Trader merch store. Don't even threaten me with a good time, Dodge. I'll be there. Wherever that meetup is. After I make Keanu enough money, he's gonna put me in first class or pick me up in a PJ. That's, or maybe we just take a nice little helicopter up to, the Hamptons, Montauk, Saratoga. I don't know. Just give me a few months. Throwing that out there. Better be picking me up in a PJ. All right, we out. Later, squad.